Hello everyone, Ember here, and welcome back to a new video. In this one I'm going to be taking a look at an Arceus Alolan Vulpix deck box from the set Temporal Forces. So this isn't a strictly new deck, so to speak, but it is pretty prevalent online because, well, Vulpix is a very nice counter to Charizard, as well as stuff like Chien-Pao and Goldengo and Lugia, which all see a bunch of play, so it's a very nice card right now. It does have some weaknesses, which I'll very quickly talk about, Future Box being one of them, although I am running a Future Box counter in this deck, which we'll talk about more in a second. And the deck also suffers from the fact that if more Charizard players decide that Gouging Fire is worth it, then they will be able to get a 1-hit KO on Vulpix, as 240 HP isn't a lot really. So yeah, that's a bit painful. But our main counter, or at least my main counter that I'm running to the Future Box deck, and Iron Hands in general, which is the most popular build, is Hisuian Decidueye with their powerful attack Somersault Feathers doing 160. It can do a lot more damage, but we're mainly just here for the first effect. Now, you could play Aerodactyl V and to extend an Aerodactyl VSTAR line, but honestly, I just felt that Decidueye being a bit tankier and the not sending the top of your cards to Velocizone was just felt a bit better. So yeah, I still prefer Decidueye, so more of a classic build. As for the trainers, there's really nothing too extravagant here. Like, we're playing 4 research. Professor Tursonar is actually a really good supporter in this deck, just being able to move a Pokemon, especially if we just want to set up the Vulpix lock and we know our opponent doesn't have an answer. Just being able to remove like an Arceus or even a Bibarel from play is definitely preferable. So yeah, very nice supporter. And the energy split is just 3 basic fighting energy because, truth be told, we're probably not attacking with Decidueye as much. But it is nice to have multiple energy just to, discard it for the attack. So it's quite nice. And then 4 double turbo, of course, and 4 basic water energy. So yeah, pretty decent deck. Been having a lot of fun with it. Can definitely get some very cheeky wins on the ladder. I will say that this deck sometimes brings out the worst in players. So like, I've noticed some players definitely trying to stall play you out and hope you will concede and try and trigger you and spam emotes, angry emotes, and all the rest of it, That's like that's more of an issue with just players like just being a bit childish, really. It's nothing serious, but it is quite annoying. I know with some of these decks, you kind of like hope that if players don't have an answer to your deck, then they might concede earlier, and sometimes they do, but often you'll see players just get really frustrated and angry, and they'll try and take it out on you. But yeah, either way, it's a very fun deck, and I would definitely recommend this if you have all the pieces for it. It's a bit expensive if you're on a budget because, V-Stars cost more than EX Pokemon to craft on TCG Live. However, it's still a very good deck, and, been having a lot of fun with it, and it's been getting more wins than Torterra, which is, yeah, Torterra's not been going very well, nor is Gengar actually, but I haven't actually built Gengar online yet. I've only built it IRL, so yeah. We'll have to see if Gengar is good enough for a video, but yeah, this deck's definitely been a lot of fun. And yeah, hopefully you'll see you on the gameplay. Thank you for watching. Okay, so this isn't the worst hand in the world to open with. We do actually get the Nest Ball for Arceus V, which is ideal in this situation. Now, my opponent is using Lightning Sleeves, which would suggest we are playing against a Lightning deck, but of course, that might be there to throw us off. We do have at least 1 Hisuian Decidueye in deck, which is good, and we do have 3 copies of Basic Fighting Energy. So what I'm looking to do next turn is basically just use Arceus to grab a switch and a double turbo out the deck. And then after that, we can just go for Trinity Nova on Greninja, and then accelerate some energy over to Decidueye. Or Vulpix, kind of depends what they're playing. So they do discard a Capsule, and it is for a Lightning and a Fighting Energy, so it's safe to assume we are against Raging Bolt. So not sure how this matchup is going to go. Raging Bolt has a bit of a history for being a bit of a bricky deck, I guess, but at the same time, they can quite easily get 1-hit KOs on us. So that is a little bit of a concern for us at the very least. However, we do have some, I guess, fairly tanky Pokemon, so they will have to be churning out quite a lot of damage. So my opponent, unfortunately, will play an Iono, getting rid of a somewhat brilliant hand that we have, but we do have many ways of finding Arceus, so I'm still optimistic. Okay, 2 research, that's nice. To get a Pokégear as well if we want to play that. Might as well if we're playing research. Double Turbo on Arceus, and then I guess just yeah, just a swing really. The thing is with Vulpix in this matchup is it's not like strictly usable because it's just very fragile. They only have to discard like what 4 energy to KO a Vulpix. Although that's no different than KOing a Decidueye, so maybe Vulpix isn't a terrible option, but yeah, we'll see. They might have other attackers, I don't know yet. So my opponent is down to a 2-card hand, so this is yeah, this is like one of the issues I found with Raging Bolt is that you can run out of steam quite easily, but we'll see. Do I want to take the boss? Ooh, no. I'll say no. I will attach that there. I will go ahead and bench this Decidueye actually, because I think we just want to attack with Decidueye this game. Then I shall research. Okay, that was quite a lucky draw there. So we get the Decidueye. We can evolve Bidoof to Bibarel. Do I want to attack with Vulpix this game? I might want to, in theory. If I'm only going to be able to 2-shot them anyway, maybe there's a world where hitting with Vulpix is actually not terrible. Yeah, so we'll play Bibarel, see if we get any switch or anything. Nope. Okay. I will Star Birth for a, I guess, switch and a Vulpix V-Star. Yeah. I don't need much else, really. Oh, okay. So we discarded our only Vulpix V-Star. I forgot. My bad. What do we... Yeah, so that was a bit of a misplay on my part. Forgot about that. Oh, well. What else do we want then? I think just a basic energy is all right. Yeah, I'll take a basic energy. So we'll switch into this Arceus. And then we shall do some powering up of the Trinity Nova. So, yeah, that was a massive misplay on my part. I forgot I only run 1 Vulpix in this list for some reason. So, yeah, that was a wee bit silly. So what I'll do is I won't attach the other fighting energy. What I will do is we'll do fighting water, and then we'll do another water energy to this Decidueye, so we're not like reducing any damage with double turbo. But we might have to use double turbo anyway. We'll see. Hopefully I've prized some energy. So Luminion's alright, actually. Luminion for boss is nice. We'll see what my opponent does, because right now they don't have much going on. Don't have much at all. So they have a 3-card hand. They can't really... Well, they can play Sada. They can play Sada, I should say that. But they don't have much else. So yeah, they had to wait to play the Nest Ball, which is a bit unfortunate for them. I suppose Vulpix would have been okay if they decided to ever attack with Sandy Shocks, but even though Sandy Shocks is hitting weakness on Arceus, it's not like a super great attacker regardless. So they are able to get another Raging Bolt down. And then we can kind of just swing for 180 again, I guess, with Trinity Nova. The only problem I have with this is that we're not really doing a whole lot of damage. I could try and deny some prizes at some point with the Turo scenario, but Turo scenario also discards energy. So just the 140, yeah. So they're setting up for the KO next turn. Can we get a KO with Decidueye? 160, 190? Not really. Not without more energy. Yeah, I think we just have to force them to... It's tricky. I will discard the Ultra Ball and an Iono to go get the other Decidueye V-Star. I wonder if a Super Rod might be worth it in this deck, actually. Maybe, like, swap out the Lost Vacuum for Super Rod, because I don't really use Vacuum that much in my games. It's not, like, a super great item. It's very good against decks that are, like, crazy enough to run Hero's Cape, but that's not many decks, to be fair, you know? We'll do it with a 180. And there was 1 energy left, so we can go ahead and just accelerate this guy. So yeah, my main concern here is that we kind of like don't have enough energy to do a one-hit KO with the Decid, which would have been nice, but I don't think we're going to get away with it. I don't mind losing to Raging Bolt though, to be fair. I don't mind at all. But we'll see how it goes. They have a 6-card hand now, so they are very much back in the game. They have 2 Raging Bolts, they have a Sandy Shocks. Yeah, it's looking pretty good for them, to be fair. So they are going to switch out into Lumineon. Get the capsule down. You really going to feed me, Lumineon? Don't think so. Surely not. Dear me. What are we doing? Pokégear, I guess? I'll take the balls. I wonder, he says. If we should just KO this guy or soften this one up. I think we should just soften that one up, actually. Yeah, we'll do this. A lot of these games lately, by the way, have just been me saying, oh, we'll do this. We'll see how this goes, you know? I don't really know what I'm doing, but I'll just do this, you know? I kind of miss Arceus Flying Pikachu with Decidueye. It was a lot more streamlined, you know? It just felt like the deck had a function, you did the function, or you worked with the deck did the function, and you were happy, right? This build, it's a bit more like topsy-turvy. Like, I guess having to rely on Decidueye as your main damage output is always a bit questionable, but... So we lose the scenario again, which is a bit of a shame. We could have used that for Vulpix, in truth, but... Hey-ho. We have softened up 2 of these guys, which is pretty good. Lumineon would have been some nice, easy prizes, but then again, we still have at least... Okay, we have plenty of boss left, I was going to say. Like, we have plenty of boss's orders. We even got one in hand, so yeah. We should be good. So there is another double turbo, which we might need for Decidueye. I'm just thinking, have I prized any double turbo? I think I might have done, actually. So my opponent is going to blow up the Arceus for their first 2 prize cards. Then we will have to respond with our own KO. It would be quite nice, I'll admit, to maybe boss the one with the energy. Just thinking about this. Yeah, I wonder if that's worth it, actually, just to remove an energy from the board. Watch this come back to haunt me. This is the kind of play that will come back to haunt me, but we'll see. Right, let's go for Raging Bolt. This is a very experimental match. You don't play against Raging Bolt very much, but, well, for good reason, you know. So we'll do 160. We won't discard any energy. Maybe I should have attached a double turbo, actually. Maybe that was a bit silly. I'll take the 2 prizes. Okay, we do play Super Rod. Why do I keep forgetting these things? Okay, so we do actually have a way to attack with Vulpix if we really wanted to, but... Yeah, alright, so, okay, they prized a Raging Bolt. Cool. This is quite similar to the list that I was playing, actually. They're kind of similar. I also played Shoes. It'd be funny if it was the same list. I also played Palpad. Interesting. It'd be funny if that was actually the same Raging Bolt list, but yeah. I doubt it is, of course, but, you know. So this is where Sandy Shocks gets a bit scary, but they still have to play a Sada, so... Yeah, they have to play Sada. They can't not play Sada. Counter Catcher, oh dear. Do not the Bibarel, please. Please? Please don't Bibarel. Of course. Bibarel, you suck. Man, I hate it when this happens. Bibarel, you suck. At least we have them on the run, though. You know, we have them on the run. The only problem is now, and this is a problem, we need to get at least one more energy in the hand because we have to fork out a double turbo to retreat this Pokégear. We have another energy for this Decidueye. We'll get the boss anyway, but not that matters. Yeah, boss doesn't. Although 190, no, that doesn't matter. Well, strictly it does, but we'll see. Right, can I quickly check we don't have a Bidoof in the discard pile? Because, okay, we don't. Cool. So do we have another Bibarel in the discard pile? In the deck, rather, or was it prized? It is prized, question mark? No, it's not prized. Okay, cool. So was there any double turbos in deck? Okay, so no, there's two energy in deck. Okay, that's good. And there's 3 energy in the discard pile, but it's basic water energy. Okay. So I will retreat this guy. Promote this guy. And what is really frustrating about this is that we do have to discard. Yeah, we kind of have to discard the double turbo. Yeah, we'll bench that. Oh, watch me throw this game. Watch me throw this game. Super Rod. We don't want you back in the deck, actually. Actually, do we need Vulpix? No, we don't need Vulpix. We either lose or we don't, basically. So we'll get back the energy. I'm sure, I don't think we boss around Lumineon. I think we actually KO Lumineon here. Capturing Aroma. Actually, yeah, there's no point to playing that. Although I could just burn it. No, actually, we'll wait. Okay. So we do have to discard this, which is quite annoying. So we discard this guy. KO Lumineon, take 2 prizes. And then now we have to boss. We have to boss. Assuming we can get boss off, then that'd be really good. We get Prime Catcher, though. That's also really good. So they now just need, like, a Sada, or just, like, a basic energy. Okay, they have Pokégear. What a very lucky top deck. I respect the Pokégear, though. Boss. Really? Although boss is good. Do we have game on board? 200, I can't do maths. 60 to 80. Yes, question mark? I think we're doing enough. If we're not doing enough, then this is the biggest fumble of the century. But I think Prime Catcher might actually win us this game, potentially. So yeah, this is where Vulpix would have been good, is to deal with these guys, but thankfully we weren't punished. So yeah, we lose this walkability, get a fresh hand, but I'm pretty sure we're doing enough damage. I can't do 160 and 180 in my head, but I'm pretty sure it's enough. It should be enough, right? Yeah. I think I'm overthinking things. I'm pretty sure it's enough. Moment of truth. Will Ember Power embarrass himself even further? It was enough. Thank goodness. Thank goodness. I was about to say that would have been embarrassing. Okay, thank goodness.